WTOP-10 Nightly News, a bird flu outbreak in Syracuse.
And City of Oswego launches a new awareness campaign.
Plus, find out how you could help name the newly renovated Murano Campus Center food court.
WTOP-10 Nightly News starts now.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Sana Zakiri.
And I'm Julianne Fike.
We begin tonight with news of a bird flu outbreak at a live chicken market in Syracuse. The outbreak happened at the Halal Regional Fresh Poultry Market that is a tenant at the CNY Regional Market.
According to state officials, the poultry market has killed off its live birds as well as cleaned and disinfected its stores. As of now, no reports of human infections have been reported. The Department of Agriculture says that since 2024, only 70 confirmed cases of bird flu in humans have been reported.
The Sheriff's Office has released new details about a fatal shooting in Constantinople by a police officer that happened last Friday. Police Deputy Corey Whitney shot and killed 32-year-old Miles Dignian after he allegedly struck the police officer in the head with an 8-pound steel clamp. The Sheriff's Office says a deputy initially responded to serve a family court order against Dignian to remove a 3-year-old child from his custody. According to the Sheriff's Office, Dignian was also reportedly having a psychotic episode. Deputy Corey Whitney then shot Dignian twice and he died shortly after.
Oswego City Mayor Rob Corradino has announced March as Poison Prevention Month. According to his statement on LinkedIn, the Children's Board of Oswego is leading this awareness initiative. The American Association of Poison Control Center says a child is poisoned every 30 seconds in the United States. The city hopes that the proclamation will lead to families being more proactive with properly storing hazardous materials.
SUNY Oswego recently launched a new major in statistics that has been gaining traction amongst students. The Bachelor of Science program, which was introduced last semester, makes Oswego one of only 3 SUNY schools to offer this degree. Mark Baker, who is the coordinator of the new major and professor of mathematics, says the major is useful for anyone interested in a data-driven career due to the data collection and interpretation work the major requires.
TEDx is coming to SUNY Oswego for the first time ever on April 11th. The Ideas Move People event. The 2 to 5 p.m. event in Sheldon Ballroom will feature 6 speakers, including SUNY Oswego personnel and high-level executive. Organizer Eason Lee and Meet Patel aim to have the event become an annual tradition. Tickets cost $20 for Oswego students and $25 for all others.
Oswego has announced Dahlia Bloomstone as their 2025 to 2026 Artist in Residence. Her residency will include an exhibition in the new Hewitt Gallery opening this fall. She will also teach one class titled Nonlinear Agential World Building, the Internet, Technology, and Labor. The SUNY Oswego community is invited to a meet and greet with Bloomstone from 5 to 6 p.m. on Monday in the Tyler Hall lobby.
Also in art news, the 62nd annual Juried Student Exhibition is happening in Tyler Hall. The exhibit features a collection of art from painting to photography to sculptures and more. All were created by past and present students at Oswego. This year, Mary Kate Taylor and Annalise Bernan went through the 150 submissions and selected 80 pieces of art to be featured in the collection. It will be available to see until April 6th.
We've had some snow flurries recently, even though we've passed the spring equinox. But what does that mean? What is in rest in store this week?
Let's take a first look at your forecast with Storm Team 10 meteorologist Even B. Drawn.
Yeah, we did have some snow showers earlier today, and we're still seeing some snow showers as we go without tonight. Even though spring has started, we're still dealing with a lot more wintry kind of weather as we go into this weekend. Looking right now, we're looking at 36 degrees right now. Despite snow showers, wind chills in the 30s though, so make sure if you do head outside, you do have a jacket. Looking across much of northern central New York, you see Fulton 36 degrees, Syracuse 33, and as you go further west, you see Canandaigua 33 degrees, and areas further south in the upper elevations, those are going to be the areas going below freezing tonight. But thankfully for us here in Oswego, we're going to be just above freezing, but still overall very, very cold tonight. Now more on that and more on by full forecast coming up after the break, but first, back to the desk.
Thank you, Evan. Biological Sciences faculty member Maria Saget helped organize a workshop supporting bat research across the Global South. Back in February, the Global South Bats Workshop in Malaysia gathered faculty and students from 22 different countries to study bat behavior and ecological impact. Saget says that for scientists who study bats, a big challenge is overcoming common misconceptions such as bats' connections to vampires and pop culture. The workshops took place on various islands, and there are plans to make this an annual seminar.
SUNY Oswego is encouraging students to come up with a new name for the Marano Campus Center Food Court. In fall 2024, the food court was redesigned with more open spaces and flexible seatings for students to hang out. Students can make their name suggestions on the SUNY Oswego website and complete the form via Laker Life by April 1st.
Still ahead tonight, the Trump administration is facing lawsuits from labor unions.
Plus, the Second Lady is taking a trip to Greenland this week. Find out why.
How about snacks in new ways? Or snacks you've never tried before? You don't have to go far to find these snacks. They can all be found here at Snacks on West First Street.
Yeah, we're walking around campus, and what do we see?
All these clubs are looking.
They looking for me.
There's hockey,
There's improv,
so much to see. So let's go try them out and see how they be. Come on and please watch.
Our embarrassments free. Tune in to Amateurs on WTOP.
Happy Friday, Lakers, and another beautiful day here in Oswego, New York. I'm DJ Don Perone, and I'm happy that you're starting your weekend off right listening to WNYO 88.9 FM, the Laker Radio Network.
I said, darling, can you see? There's no room for us. There's no room. Now our lives are changing. Promises keep slipping. And I always knew it wasn't you. It wasn't you. Now our lives are changing. Promises keep slipping. And I always knew it wasn't you. It wasn't you.
Welcome back to WTOP. I'm Storm Team Meteorologist Evan Bedron. And like I said before the break, we're going to be dealing with more wintry kind of weather as we head into the weekend. Look at tonight's lows. Notice Oswego only at 34. Many of the areas in the Tug Hill, especially the Adirondack region, they're going to be in the low 30s to upper 20s as we go throughout the night tonight. But thankfully tomorrow we're going to warm up just a little bit. But first, we're going to get some snow showers, especially east towards Watertown, Tug Hill, and the Adirondack region. And that's going to continue as we go throughout the night tonight, with more scattered snow showers across much of northern central New York coming off Lake Ontario. You notice the west wind 10 to 50 miles per hour and that low 34. That's going to make that low 34 seem more like 25 tonight. So make sure as you head out the door tonight, you do bring a jacket even tomorrow morning, because we're still be dealing with a lot of snow showers across much of central New York, even into western New York, with a lot of lake effect coming off of Lake Ontario. And I want to rule out heavier snow squalls within this lake effect band, so make sure if you are driving, you are precautious as you head out the door tomorrow. But as you notice, around Wednesday, 9:30 p.m., a lot of it's clear. I made some spotty snow showers still southeast of Lake Ontario, but as you begin your Thursday morning, look at that. A lot of clouds have exited the region. We're dealing with a sunny start to your day on Thursday, but that's to be ahead of our next weather maker, which will be approaching our area about Thursday around 8 o'clock, maybe you live a little earlier, with some heavier rain showers and even some snow maybe mixed in with that. And so with the snowfall, how much are we expecting? A lot of it's going to be mainly across much of the Tug Hill, eastern Lake Ontario regions. But for us here in Oswego, I would say maybe about a trace to an inch, maybe more on the lighter side, with a lot of it melting as we go out throughout the morning tomorrow. And for those of you upset about the snow, well, there is something to look forward to, and that's going to be the partial solar eclipse this weekend. But the thing is, though, with a lot of this wet weather we're experiencing, a lot of it's not going to be visible to us here in Central New York. If you want a really good view, I would say go up to Maine, closer to Canada. That's going to be the best viewing spot for this weekend. And so let's take you through your extended forecast. Again, Wednesday, mainly in the morning, is going to be our snow potential. And as you head into the weekend, shower potential starts to increase towards Saturday. Temperatures do, though, increase into the low 50s on Saturday, even into Sunday. And then starting out your Monday and Tuesday next week, still some showers sticking around the area on Monday, but cooling back down on Tuesday, back into the mid-30s. That's all for my forecast. Now back to the desk.
Elderly community members are invited to Selkirk Landing in Pulaski for dining and activities. The Oswego County Opportunities Dining and Activity Center provides seniors in the greater Pulaski area with opportunities to enjoy a meal, partake in games, and develop friendships. Located at 96 Bella Drive in Pulaski, the Landing Social Club and Cafe aims to offer much-needed services for the senior community. Open Tuesday through Thursday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., all community members age 60 and over are welcome.
Kenyan ambassador to the United States, Arista Ekel Lokai, visited Oswego to discuss various collaboration opportunities with President Peter Wosu. Lokai said that the purpose of this visit was to learn more about the university program and identify opportunities for Kenyan students to study and gain knowledge at SUNY Oswego. He also highlighted Kenya's growing interest in higher education being driven by its young people's eagerness to learn.
The Trump administration is being sued by labor unions that represent professors and educators. The American Association of University Professors and the American Federation of Teachers filed the lawsuit after the administration's recent decision to revoke $400 million from Columbia University. This comes as dozens of other colleges are facing federal probes for not providing protection for Jewish students. According to the suit, these funding cuts have hindered research efforts in areas including cancer and Alzheimer's disease. The fallout continues from the revelation that a journalist was added to a group chat amongst top Trump administration officials about plans for a military strike.
The use of Signal is not uncommon among government officials, but the leak raises serious questions about what is being shared there. Karen Kafa takes a deeper dive into the app.
Sharp questions from Senate Intelligence Committee Democrats Tuesday for members of the Trump administration intelligence team.
Director Radcliffe, this was a huge mistake, correct?
No.
The hearing the day after The Atlantic reported that National Security Advisor Mike Waltz convened a text conversation with top U.S. officials earlier this month to discuss strikes on Houthi militants in Yemen. Atlantic editor-in-chief Jeffrey Goldberg was accidentally added to the chain, which used the app Signal.
People who care about security, they use Signal. What it does is it encodes the message that you're sending in transit. So if it happened to be intercepted by someone who shouldn't have it, it would be scrambled and useless to them.
Signal is an encrypted messaging app used by journalists and government officials around the world because of its added security, and its code open for independent experts to scrutinize for vulnerabilities. Use of Signal is not unique to the Trump White House. The Biden administration routinely used it to discuss logistics planning, for example. Career national security officials note having sensitive conversations on an unclassified platform risks exposing the information to foreign hackers. Bree Fowler, who covers cybersecurity for CNET, says despite the app's high security standards, the government should look at whether the threshold is high enough for national security conversations.
You know, using something that is more for consumers and industry may not be what they should be doing. You would think the government would have some kind of proprietary app that they would use instead.
In Washington, I'm Karen Kafa.
Senior members of the Trump administration are still scrambling to figure out how the journalist was added to the group.
However, the president told NBC Today that he is still confident in his national security advisor, Mike Waltz, saying that he learned a lesson. Second Lady Usha Vance is headed to Greenland this weekend. The White House has described the trip as a visit to watch the country's national dog sled race to celebrate Greenlandic culture and unity. This will mark the third international trip by the Second Lady, including a trip to Italy earlier this year. President Trump has expressed interest in taking the island by force or economic coercion, most recently in remarks to a joint session in Congress.
When WTOP-10 Nightly News continues, how college tuition prices are on the move.
And a new company takes the throne of the electric vehicle industry. All that and more right after this.
And it could be your last chance to see one occur for 2 decades, as the next time one will be visible over the continental U.S.
He's May 84. Yarrow told police in the hospital that he had pressed the doorbell and waited.
They mix with oxygen and nitrogen and can briefly
What's going on?
Yeah, dude, we go on at like 11:30. It's like
No.
What do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Yeah, it's 10:30.
What do you mean it's 10:30?
Hey, don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey, man.
Whoa.
You know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow. Get a close up with that one.
Matthew,
Look at that.
can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
In consumer news, college tuition has skyrocketed the past 30 years, leading schools like Harvard to offer free tuition programs to some students.
In today's Consumer Watch, Jenna Sullivan looks at the numbers and what students can do to help cut down cost.
There's no doubt that college in the U.S. is expensive. The public perception is that tuition has been
As tuition costs rise, enrollment numbers at universities have been on the decline, leading to closure of some colleges including Cazenovia College and Wells College here in central New York.
Chinese electric vehicle maker BYD has eclipsed Tesla in annual sales as the two companies continue to battle to be the kings of EVs. BYD reported a $107 billion revenue on 4 million cars in 2024, marking a 29% revenue increase from the previous year. Tesla fell short of BYD's mark, amazing a $97 billion revenue on 1.79 million cars last year.
For the first time in decades, the Food and Drug Administration has approved a new type of oral antibiotic to treat urinary tract infections. The pill, gepotidine, will be sold under the brand name Blujepa and is expected to come out later this year. Each year, UTIs roughly cause 8 million emergency room visits and 100,000 hospitalizations in the U.S. Blujepa is approved to treat females 12 and older with uncomplicated UTIs. Now up in sports, Natalie Stickney.
Natalie, could you give us the sports report?
Well, guys, tonight we're looking to mix things up. The Formula One grid could see a grid reorder just 2 races into the season. Red Bull Racing is reportedly looking to drop driver Liam Lawson in favor of Racing Bull's pilot Yuki Tsunoda, who has been racing with Red Bull's sister team since 2021. Honda who is partnered with Red Bull and will be cutting ties with them at the end of the season to work with Aston Martin, is reportedly ready to give Red Bull Racing 8 figures to keep Yuki Tsunoda in the seat for the rest of the 2025 season. It has not been confirmed whether this switch will happen or not, but whether we see this change next weekend or not, it is clear from comments from Red Bull Racing's team principal Christian Horner that Liam Lawson's future with the team is very unclear. Coming up in sports, we have Jaden Jiggets giving us the full report after this break.
Put the keys down, Kevin.
But I'm gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
I guess I have really been looking for love in this dating app. Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.
We'll deep dive into our feelings in our Real Talk segment. Stay tuned because it's about to get real.
What's going on?
Yeah, dude, we go on at like 11:30. It's like
No.
What do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Matt, it's 10:30.
What do you mean it's 10:30?
Hey, don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey, man.
Whoa.
You know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow. Get a close up of that one.
Matthew,
Look at that.
Can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
Good evening, everyone. I'm your sports anchor, Jaden Jiggets, here with WTOP-10 Nightly News. Kicking off tonight's sports news, Oswego's women's lacrosse will be back at home for their matchup tomorrow against Fredonia. Although the Lakers are neutral with a 2-2 record at home so far this season, they are coming into this contest strong with a 2-game winning streak, looking to increase it to 3. Game time will begin at 4 p.m. tomorrow. Moving from the field to the hardwood, Syracuse top scorers J.J. Starling and Donnie Freeman announced their intentions to return to Syracuse next season. Both players were sidelined during the 2024-2025 season with injury, but showed their impact on the team with their offensive abilities. Starling in 26 games averaged a squad best of 17.8 points per game, while Freeman, who's in his rookie year, averaged 13.4 points in his 14 games played. The future looks bright for these young stars in the orange. Speaking of young stars, prayers up for USC guard Juju Watkins as she sustained an ACL tear last night in the NCAA second round, ending her season. Watkins, during her 2024-2025 sophomore campaign, averaged a 23.9 points per game and a 6.8 rebounds per game, making the USC Trojans national title contenders. Although her presence will be missed from her team, Juju has already shown that she have what it takes to make it far in this career, and hopefully she has a full recovery. Moving to the gridiron with some breaking news, looks like the Giants found themselves another veteran quarterback as they signed Russell Wilson for a one-year deal of $21 million. Former Super Bowl champion was on the Giants' radar since as early as last offseason before he signed with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Wilson now gives New York more veteran experience in their quarterback room after the team signed former first-round pick Jameis Winston to a 2-year deal a couple of days ago. Now we move into the Phoenix Center, and man, was this a dunk party. Both the Suns and the Bucks showed up and showed out in this game. And as you already see, Giannis is sitting here taking to the court and go making a performance, dunking all over the place. And as you can see, Nick Richards went and came and matched him, and Giannis yet again with the one-handed dunks. Giannis actually finished with a double in this game with 31 points and 10 rebounds. But the Suns wasn't going to go out easily. As you see, Nick Richards again sitting again a dunk up. And look at this, you got the rookie even going for the dunk, getting a dunk on Giannis. And if y'all don't know who that was Ryan Dunn. And Ryan Dunn ended up getting another posterized. But it wasn't just dunks in this game, it was also shots taken. As you saw Giannis taking a shot, and he passed it to Kuz, and Kuz with a contested shot over KD, but the Slim Reaper wasn't going to let that slide. He going to get his revenge and get a shot up, and he took the lead for the team, for the Suns. And the Bucks tried to get it back, but they couldn't. And the game ended with 108-106. But the Suns ended up getting their 35th win in the season.
Thank you, Jaden. After the break, how one man from Rhode Island allegedly lost over 100 pounds by quitting alcohol and eating Chick-fil-A every day.
Jill told me it was Kitty from Glee. Yeah, what is it?
Al Roker.
We're here for you, we're here for you. This is your channel 2. With sports and news and what to do, we're here for you. It's your TV, you're watching WTOP. Your TV, thanks for watching WTOP.
What's going on?
Yeah, dude, we go on at like 11:30. It's like
No.
What do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Yeah, it's 10:30.
What do you mean it's 10:30?
Hey, don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey, man.
Whoa.
You know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow. Get a close up of that one.
Matthew,
Look at that.
Can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
Rhode Island man claims he lost over 100 pounds by quitting drinking alcohol and eating Chick-fil-A every day for months.
Tom Carroll decided to lose weight after noticing dietary issues and struggling with some health problems. He stepped into his local Chick-fil-A, tried a salad, and it was a love at first sight.
Carroll vowed to eat Chick-fil-A salads every day, and after 6 months, he had lost 132 pounds.
Now, not only is Carroll helping total strangers with their own weight loss journey, he has also found a community at this Chick-fil-A.
That is absolutely inspiring.
It really is.
I'm impressed.
Me
That's
too.
really good. What do you guys like from Chick-fil-A?
So me personally, I don't eat Chick-fil-A that much, but their waffle fries with the sauce is really good. The Chick-fil-A sauce and the Polynesian sauce, really good. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I'm a Chick-fil-A sauce fan.
I love Chick-fil-A sauce.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Anything else about sports?
Check out the lacrosse game tomorrow. Game time will be at 4 p.m. and it's going to be at Laker Turf Stadium.
All right, that's our report for tonight.
Be sure to stay tuned for the Kinda Late Show.
Thank you for watching. Have a great night, everyone.